Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Uh, in this video, my name is Nito Rahmat Harrison. In this video, I will present my final exam about the fluid mechanics at last Thursday. We took final exam. It includes about the channel flow, open channel, compressible, and the other chapter. So let's just begin. For the first question is an airflow rate of up to 1 meter cubic per second at standard condition is expected in 0.25 meter diameter duct. An orifice meter is used to measure the rate of flow. The manometer available to make the measurement has a maximum range of 300 millimeter of water. Determine the diameter of the orifice plate that should be used with D and D per 2 or the half of the pressure taps. Determine the head loss if the flow area at the vena contracta is 0.65 of the orifice diameter. Okay, I just answer this question and all of the question with the DAI5 framework. So for the first one is intention to find the head loss of the flow at orifice plate so that I can answer this question very well. And after that, I can understand this condition for the gut check and also find the and the half of the pressure taps. For the initial thinking is the airflow rate up to 1 meter cubic per second at standard condition, and the diameter duct is about 0.25 meter. Using Urifice meter to measure the rate flow, maximum range when using manometer is about 300 millimeter water. We just need to determine the diameter of D and the half of the pressure taps. And then we should determine the H loss flow area at vena contracta when it's 0.65 of orifice diameter. There are three basic concepts of fluid mechanics that we can use to solve all of these questions. For the first one is concentration of mass, the second one is concentration of momentum, and the last one is concentration of energy. Okay, I just have draw the orifice picture like this so that we can understand it very well like that. Okay, for the next step is idealization. We can see this equation that such as head loss equation, delta P equation, or the differentiate about the pressure for the P2 minus P1. And then we can have the equation of V head. It's equal to debit per area of the surface. And then we have the n dot. It's equal to COAT and then roots 2P times P1 minus P2 per 1 minus Q, or the Q itself is about beta power of 4. And then we can substitute like this. So we can have this P2 minus P1 V hat 2 minus V hat 1 times EQ per A. And then we can have this AT per AI times QT per QJ square equals to R square. For the instruction set, we just need to substitute the initial thinking we have to the idealization we got. So we can have this equation, the result of the head loss is about 100, 1,250 Newton. And for the differentiation about uh, the diameter with D and the diameter with half of D is about 0.44. For the question number two is spray heads in an agricultural spraying system are to be supplied with water through 500 feet of drawn aluminum tubing from an engine-driven pump. In its most efficient operating range, the pump output is about 1500 GPM at a discharge pressure not exceeding 665 psig. For satisfactory operation, the sprinkler must operate at 30 psig or higher pressure. Uh, we need to find the minor losses and the elevation changes may be neglected. Determine the smallest standard pipe size that can be used. So the objective is we need to find the smallest standard pipe that we can use, right? Okay, we just need to find our intention first. I want to determine the smallest standard pipe size with most efficient operating range to understand the spray head agriculture. So in the future, we can learn and then we can share our knowledge to the other people. Of course, it's for the gut. Okay, for the initial thinking, we need to find out that pump output is about 1500 GPM and exceeding discharge is about 65 psig. Then for the L or length alu itself, it's 500 feet. It's using engine-driven pump and must operate at least 30 psig or higher pressure. It's for the highlight, okay? And then we need to find the minor loss and elevation neglected. This is the picture of the initial thinking so that we can know it very clearly. Okay. The next one is idealization, but the idealization, okay, we can do it for the idealization, but it not show. So basically, it just shown with the rumus-rumus yang dipakai itu mirip-mirip kayak yang tadi sih. It contains about the delta P and RA number. So the RA number itself is equal to 4 times Q, 4Q per P VD. So it just make the debit per area maybe. Okay, for the instruction set we should find the delta P first. And then we must time it with 144 basic it's and then we should find it and then we must know the array number after that. For the array number we can get it 1.86 times 10 square 10 cubic, and for the delta P is 172 lbf per inch square. It means that it higher than the delta P max. For the Rn number, we can also get the 6.95 times 10 power of 5. And then for the delta P, it's about the 24 lbf per inch square. But it's lower than the delta P max. And for the Ra, and then we can get the delta P again. Okay, for the third question is it's about the declaration of an automobile by a direct parachute. A dragster weighing 1600 lbf attains a speed of 270 mil per hour in the quarter mile. Immediately after passing through the timing lights, the driver opens the drop chute of area A equals to 25 feet square. Air and rolling resistance, the car may be neglected, so we don't need to use it for the equation. And then we should find the time of required the machine to declare to 100 mil per hour in standard air. So what we must do is find our intention so we not lost when we trying to solve this problem. I want to know time required for the machine to declare to 100 mil per hour in standard air, and also be better at declaration of drag force. Okay, for the initial thinking is like this. Uh, we can know it like it's the vehicle that move for the speed of v, and then have a differentiation of the x. And then for the parachute friction is FO. Okay. And then for the idealization is we can get the equation like for the FD equation, it contains about the uh, for the Newton 2, and then we can find it like this. So in the instruction set, we can get the time required for the vehicle to declare it until 100 millimeter per hour. It's about 5.05 seconds. For the fourth question, we got a flow in open channel. So basically, it's just a wave, but the wave is getting bigger because it is tsunami. So uh, there is a differentiation, not a differentiation, but it's getting very higher lah. That. And then for the intention is we should understanding the flow in open channel by using control volume when the speed of C for the gas say. But also we need to know it because we also can find the mitigation for the tsunami if it happens in our area. For the initial thinking is there is a big wave such as tsunami, we should find the delta y of the wave of moving by its speed of sound or c. For the idealization is its steady flow, it's incompressible flow in uniform velocity. Also, there is a friction flow, and then there is a hydrostatic pressure in the area of the tsunami. For the instruction set, we can get the C, it's equal to roots of gy. Okay, for the last question is choke flow in a converging nozzle. It's the air flows isentropically through a converging nozzle at a section where the nozzle area is 0.013 feet square. The local pressure, temperature, and Mach number area is 60 psia, and the temperature is 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and for the Mach number is 0.552. Respectively, the back pressure is 30 psa. The Mach number at the throat, the mass flow rate, and the throat area are to be determined. So we should find it clearly, right? And also there is a given data about the airflow through a converging nozzle at condition show like this. And we can get the picture that we should find it clearly to solve. So for the intention is to find the airflow isentropically through a converging nozzle and knowing the question above for the Almaty. And then the initial thinking is airflow through a converging nozzle at condition like Mach 1, the Mach number is 0.42. The temperature is 40 degrees Fahrenheit. The pressure is 60 psia. And for the area of the area is 0.013 feet square. And then like this, we can get the idealization for the initial thinking is P1 per PO equals to 1 plus gamma minus 1 per 2, and then times for the number square, and for the power and have a power of gamma per 1 minus gamma. And for the Ti per To, it's equal to 1 plus minus gamma, but it's have the different power with the equation. And then there is something we got is R equals to 53.3 FLBIL. And then we got rho. Rho is equal to PO per RTO. And then the instruction set, we just need to put our data to the idealization so that we can get the P1 it's equal to 0.32 for LBM per feet square. And for the velocity is about 570 feet per second. And then for the m dot, it's equal to 2.4 lbm. And there is a1 per a star. It's equal to 1.302 303. And then the AT, we got the 9.98 times 10 power of minus 3 feet square. Okay, that is they are my answer about the final exam of fluid mechanics in class 3. So thank you to Mr. Dai to teaching us about this semester. Thanks for also very also thanks to our assistant class to Mr. Rido and Miss Ila. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.